how to last longer in chases and Dead by Daylight. Learning how to loop in the game is essential, but it can also be pretty tricky if you don't know what to do or what to look out for. Starting off, we have tip number 1. Learn how to watch where the killer is, while you are running away from them and looping around an obstacle. For both of these, you can use check spots, which is points where you can stop moving and look to see where the killer is. This can be at certain corners or windows. What you are looking for is either the killer or their red stain, that way you know which direction to go, so we don't run into the killer directly. But when you get more advanced camera control, you can turn your camera around while walking forward, or around loops still, which is incredibly helpful. Around shorter obstacle loops, this is fundamental to preserving pallets and keeping yourself distanced, since you can turn around and go another way whenever the killer goes that way. Which brings us to tip number 2, learning mind games. This ties into watching where the killer goes. The goal for both you and the killer during mind games is to confuse the other on where they are going. For example, a lot of killers will start to walk one way and then walk backwards and go the opposite direction. If you are paying attention to this, you can turn away from that area so they don't catch you off guard. But you can also do the same exact thing to them, by going one direction, then spinning around and going the other way, or just straight up leaving the loop entirely without them knowing. If the killer isn't paying attention, they won't notice, but either way, this buys you time. Tip number 3, looping for distance. Remember that you are looping to waste as much of the killer's time as possible, so keeping distance is really good. Whenever you have the opportunity to run to another looping area, or keep running through them until the killer catches up. If you have a lot of distance from the killer but stop at the nearest pallet, they are going to catch up to you a lot sooner than if you just ran to the next one. But be careful, since you don't want to run yourself into a dead zone where there's no pallets or windows. This can also work really well when connecting loops together. Running between two areas that are relatively close together will buy you a lot more distance, which in turn is more time that you are wasting. Tip number 4, learn to use windows and pallets properly. Since pallets are a limited resource, you want to try to preserve them as long as possible, not just dropping every single one instantly and moving to the next. But timing can also change depending on what killers you are facing. More often than not, you want to run around a pallet as long as you can and throw it before you get hit, or pretty close to it. This could take a lot of time to learn, but you want to try to figure out if you can make it around a loop another time before throwing it. If not, then it is safe to throw it down, even if it doesn't result in a stun. But if you can, try to use windows more since they aren't super limited. But only some window areas are actually strong. You can only vault through a window back to back 3 times before it gets blocked, so try not to hop back and forward. Instead, for some areas, you can vault and loop around a wall and then vault again. Tip number 5, try to hit successful fast vaults most of the time. In case you didn't know, there is a slow, medium, and fast vault in the game. A slow vault will be when you don't run and just vault over a window, while medium vault will be you are running but you don't hit it correctly, so it's a bit slower. And then fast vaults are the fastest. To successfully hit one, you want to have enough speed to hit it and try to hit it from the front. If you hit it from the side, then it'll result in a medium vault. You can tell the animation difference because a medium vault will be a quick step over, while the fast vault would be throwing both feet over the window. But learning to do this more consistently will help you not get hit at windows as often and make it harder for the killer to catch up to you. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, consider dropping a follow and checking out my other